I would recommend using Buoy than Chat Telegram. Buoy, for Chat Telegram, if you add the chat bot on Telegram, you only have limited number of questions during the day, only 10 questions per day. Okay, the app, you can use it unlimited. And I feel when I use it, I got better responses. Okay, please let me know when you're done. Iman say app is taking time. Well, once I downloaded it, it was pretty quick, and just like other apps. Maybe because many users now trying to download. Your email and your phone number. لأنه they will send you also activation code. Okay, you can see that you have many applications. If you already download the app, you can see that there is many AI application. The one that we're gonna use, no, Amal, there, Saudi Arabia is there. Yeah, try to find it. Okay, good. So we are going to use ChatGPT, not ChatGPT 3 or ChatGPT 4. No, ChatGPT only. Okay. Okay. So ChatGPT and language education. Claim to be great support for language learning and teaching. It's good for vocabulary teaching, creating grammar exercises, creating activity for conversation, writing, reading, text analysis, difficult concept explanation, translation, literary study, almost everything you can use it to support your teaching. Okay. So to use ChatGPT to integrate it successfully in your teaching, Math 2023 suggest a criteria or a way to use it. First of all, you have to identify your criteria. What is the purpose that you want to use it? What's your aim? What's your specific question? I find that the LOS and course specification very useful to help you to identify your needs. Then prompt ChatGPT to create an example of whatever concept, process, or phenomena you are trying to teach. Getting desired result depend on prompt writing. Yani, by the time you know how to write a good prompt, okay, being more focused, more specific, you will give the result that you wanted. Okay, then review these responses or these results that you get, because sometimes you will get not well or sometimes wrong information that you need to cross it out before using it. Then you can adapt it. Also, he suggests that probably we can use also ChatGPT to provide contrasting cases, different example or incorrect example or ambiguous examples. okay, at the same time. And then we have review these examples, incorrect examples, and put it side by side with good examples for analysis or for an activity or any discussion that you have. Okay. According to my experience with ChatGPT and using it, I mainly use it for writing classes. I use it to compare and contrast, understanding concept, for text analysis, and to generate some tasks and activities. And I'll show you some example. I try to think about other subjects, but I think the course that you're teaching, you will get some idea how to use it. Okay. So for example, here, you could say, you ask ChatGPT, example, like give me 5 example of metaphor used in modern literature. Okay, so I'm teaching my students how to use metaphor and simile in writing, um, metaphor and simile or analogies in their writing. And I want them to differentiate between the two. So I ask this question and he gave me all these responses. Okay, you can see that he gave me also a citation. You have to notice that these citations sometimes it's not correct, but for the purpose that I'm using it, I don't care about the citation. I will not use it. But if you care about the citation, you have to double check the citation. Many people say that the citation are not accurate. Okay. And then I ask him the same question, but I want analogies. Then it give me all these examples. Okay. I also use, for example, this students always in my classes struggle with thesis statement. They don't know how to write a good thesis statement. So you could say, give me example of good thesis for compare and contrast essay. Okay, and he gave me all these responses. Okay, I asked him another way, give me example of ill written or bad written thesis statement for compare and contrast essay. I will take all these examples, good and bad, and mix them all together, ask students to identify which one is the good one and which one is the bad and why, and to draw their conclusion about how to write a good thesis statement. You can notice in here in the sample that I'm showing that it provide me with reason, even though I didn't ask why, but this is a good addition. This thesis statement is not specific or clear. Of course, I will not give it to my students, but this is a good source to have. Okay, clear? Are you following?
Yes, Dr. Asma.
Okay, thank you. Uh, so as I said, you review this example. Sometimes you can find confusing example, unclear example, or maybe you think it will make students confused or make things harder for them. You can delete them, mix this example, give the students, ask them to categorize and explain their choices. And normally I put this type of activity in pair work or group work. Okay, so they have some discussion together. Using comparison can help students deepen their understanding of the content that is invisible or abstract, confusable or neglectable, easy to overlook. Okay. Also, the thing that I mostly use ChatGPT is to give me sample of essay for class discussion or for activity, bear work activities. Okay, I really like to ask students to analyze essay because I believe that this is the good way uh, to help them with their writing. Okay, provide the student with examples, with models, will help. So I ask ChatGPT to provide me with many examples of different topics on the essay type that I'm teaching. For example, I'm teaching descriptive essay, narrative essay, opinion essay. I will ask for good sample and weak sample. Okay, sometime when I write my prompt, يعني الcounter argument refutation, it's not always in opinion essay. يعني when I ask that question to ChatGPT, he will not give me a counter argument refutation body. That's why I wrote it on my prompt. So he provided with me in a body. Then I will discuss this essay. I'll show it to the student do the discussion analysis of the text or essay organization, sentence structure, coherence, cohesion, grammar, any element that I want my students to focus on. Okay. Um, Here, a weak example. Okay, after discussing the good example, I give them a weak example and we discuss it together. I also prepare some other examples for their individual work. Okay, so I found this very good technique to help the students increase their capability to make decision about their own work. Okay, when they see many examples, they can make decision or judgment about their writing itself. Here are some examples that you can write. For example, you could say, if your students are struggle with coherence, or your students have many run-on sentences in their essay or fragment. So you could write an example like this: write a descriptive short essay with the 3 paragraphs that lack coherence. Write a cause and effect short essay with the 3 paragraph that has some grammatical mistakes in verb subject agreement and tense usage. So he will provide you with this exactly what do you want. Okay, يعني أنا مثلا I have the students in my class, especially writing 2, they have problem with run-on sentences. They will write a whole body in one sentence. So I always ask ChatGPT to give me like introduction that has some run-on sentences, and then I show it to the student. Okay, I could, for example, you could use it for translation. Translate this text into English or into Arabic and include some issues that students usually have. So for class discussion, or in literature, write a reader response analysis for the following literary text that lacks, and put some issues that you want to highlight with your students. Okay. Concept attainment, or understanding hard concept. I believe in content courses in linguistic or literature or even translation, there are some concepts that's hard for students to understand. I found ChatGPT very good in providing a good definition with examples that fit, is suitable for undergraduate students. Okay, so for example, here I asked ChatGPT, what does facility condition in discourse mean? Okay, felicity conditions in discourse mean. So he provided me with this, and it's longer, but I can't put it here. It's longer with some examples. Okay, some example for that that this speech act مثلا fail to meet successful communication or successful achievement of the goal of the discourse. Okay. Here, for example, also I have issue with my students in understanding what is hook in academic writing. So I asked this question, and he gave me some examples with some examples that I can use it in my presentation to explain it with my students. It's way better than the textbook explanation. Main important thing to use ChatGPT effectively is to know how to write prompt. I even noticed that in Twitter, people say that now some company are hiring a writer prompt, prompt that is a writer that is specifically skillful in writing prompts. So how to write a prompt is the way that help you to achieve a good result. And sometimes you will notice that by time. Yani sometimes you're going to ask him a question, then you get a not good result. Then you will keep practicing, or you keep asking question until you know how to figure out. Bilal in Twitter, he suggests that when you ask ChatGPT, you better start with a simple prompt, then increase the complexity of this question gradually. He said it's better than start with complex task right away. Okay. Here I will show you how to write a good prompt. If you want really good prompt that have very detailed discussion. You can see that the prompt, you can read it, and I will share the response as a PDF in the chat. Okay, I'm not sure if I can, but yeah, okay. So I'll share the PDF. So I'm teaching discourse analysis this semester, and I was playing with ChatGPT to see how he can help me to design a task. Okay, and I will share with you the response. Okay. Okay. Then wait. I send it to only one user. Okay. Did you get it?
Not yet, actually.
Now. Okay. See the response now and let me know what do you think. I share with you the other one, okay? Not the reading one, but the discourse analysis. I'll show it. Okay. The one I share with you is this one in the chat. You can see it in the slide, discourse and conversation. This is the prompt I asked him. I asked him about the top. I wrote the topic is discourse and conversation. Context, undergraduate discourse analysis course. Requirement, I told him what I want. Then I wrote the language should be academic. The tone should be formal. What do you think of the result? What do you think? What the good thing and what is the thing that you didn't like about it? So for me, if I would give it to my students, it will be a very brief description, like one paragraph, find this and do this and do this. But for this, it's more detailed. It clearly states, yes, yes, yeah, Dr. Manar, yes, I'm amazed. Yes, this is what make me amazed. This is what I want, but I will not write it like this and for my students. So, and the more you be specific in your prompt, the better result that you get. يعني ممكن أنا I read this response بعدين في أشياء I didn't like it. مثلا هنا من الأشياء اللي ما حبيتها قلت له please update the sources. I didn't like some of these sources اللي هي لأن it's old. So he provided me with more recent one, 2007 and things like that. So you can keep asking him for a better result. Okay. The other one, مثلا let's say that you're teaching reading, يعني language skills, and you want to design an activity or let's say a quiz. Here, I will show you the response of this. So he will create a message about this topic that I gave. He gave me 5 comprehension questions and 3 vocabulary related questions. Sorry, is missing. And then I ask him, I need more questions. And then he give me more questions. So I keep asking him until I'm satisfied with the result. Let me share with you the other result. This one is language skills. Yes, exactly, Dr. Michelle, and I will point out this. Most of the references that ChatGPT, sometimes they give you accurate one, but sometimes they are fake references. And I checked some of them, they're available, but others are not. Yes, yes, Dr. Manara, and for the final exam last semester, I asked him to give me some prompt for opinion essay, descriptive essay, because this is my 4th year teaching writing, so I got stuck with giving any find examples for questions. Okay, we move on. برسل لكم رابط the second لأنه بيخلص أتوقع. I will send you the link. If it disconnect, then you can find it, okay? So do you want us to move on? أخاف ينقطع إحنا في المنتصف. تبغون نبدأ the other link لأنه بس باقي 5 minutes.
Yes, I think this is a great idea.
Yes, let's start the other one. Yes. So I sent the link for the new one, the new meeting.